Hey guys, today we're going to be checking out the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse, the DC Legends of Tomorrow Hawkman. So I've got Hawkman just on a display stand. He's very back heavy. We'll talk about that in a second. He does come with his other foot, not his foot, but the foot of King Shark. I like that they've even gone ahead and, despite the fact there's this little speck of black there, nice sculpt on the underside of his feet. I mean, they could have just left that completely flat, as it's not really a part of the figure you're going to see, so I appreciate that. Let's reach off camera and grab King Shark, and we'll snap the leg into place. I must say the Collect and Connect figures are very easy to peg everything into place. Unlike some of their Marvel Legends counterparts, those limbs can be so difficult to get into place. But there he is, a size comparison between him and a standard Multiverse figure. You can see how much taller King Shark is going to be. A review of him will follow. We'll just put him to the side. Hawkman comes with a mace, which is a very soft rubber. I mean, I can't stress this enough. That is a soft rubber. I guess they were worried that it was going to break, or maybe the fact that the spikes would make for a sharper accessory. But it's a very soft silver mace that can fit in either of his hands. There's the one, and there's the other. So, as you can see, fits very easily into his hand. Let's take the display stand off. It doesn't really come with the figure, so I feel like I'm cheating you by including that in this review, so we'll just put that to the side. When you get this guy in packaging, if you think that you have to destroy the packaging to get the figure out, actually, let me tell you this, you don't actually need to do that. The wings are detachable. You can take the wings off because on one side of the clamshell will be the wings, on the other side will be Hawkman, and it's a riddle as to how you will get it out, but the simple answer to it is you just unpeg the wings. They just, unpeg. There's the notch slot on the back there. Let's have a look at the wings before we look at Hawkman. The wings look like they are a complete copy carryover to the original DC universe, Hawkman. No surprise there, Hawkman. To think it had the same wings as Hawkman, but they are just painted just one wash of brown. For some reason, the wings feel sticky. I don't know, like they just feel like a tacky feel to them. The feathers are nicely sculpted, and you've got some posability, so this hinges back and forth, and these wings also move up and down like that. I mean, you can only move them really so far before they start looking like they don't, they're not consistent with the bottom portion of the wing, but as you can see, that hinges up and down. And you can just go ahead and attach it to the back of his torso. Again, though, mileage may vary. You're not going to get this guy to properly stand. You put him on a shelf or something, and he's going to topple over. So if you have one of these, or just the equivalent of one of these, I would say enlist in it. Get one. Make friends with it, because you will, my friend, need it for Hawkman here. He just does not, even like getting him on the stand, he doesn't seem to want to properly stay up. I guess if you keep the wings flat, you don't do too much with them, he'll be fine. You hinge this at all, and it makes him so top heavy, he's going to topple over. Face sculpt on this guy is pretty good. I feel like it's missing some of the stubble and details to his face. He's got very much just a very neutral looking Hawkman facial sculpt. The torso is pretty good, as well as the costume. I like this brown that they've made use of here. And it's very clean too, with the lining here in this gold color. It's the same, actually, it looks almost the same coloring as his helmet. I didn't want to say nearly, but it almost seems like he's got a bit of a boring face. Not that the other figures that we've looked at already have any surmountable, like, super expressive faces, but there's something about Hawkman's face that just reads really boring to me. Costume-wise is good. I don't have any issues with the costume, and I like that they went above and beyond to get some of the extra detailing, like Little notches here, little dots here on his legs. Like, I don't feel robbed. I don't feel cheated on the torso, on the costume as a whole. But his face just seems very bland to me. When it comes to his posability, he does have your standard variety for multiverse figures, so a full ball joint on the head. The arms hinge out fairly easy, and these luckily are soft rubber, so they don't impede movement on the arms. He has the bend in the elbow. I don't know what they're doing lately with the new multiverse articulations on the elbows, but the elbows seem wrong on these figures. Like, you can't get a full bend going here. You bend almost halfway through a bend, and you feel like you need to bend it a little bit more, and it just doesn't want to let you. In fact, bending it any further than this looks like it's going to break right off. So it's disappointing, especially, there's only been a couple of figures that have had this, but the figures that I've seen, it's just disappointing that you can't do too much with the elbow posability. There's a rotation in the wrists. This, of course, will flop around a little bit on you. Upper torso crunch. He has a waist swivel. Split on the legs, too. A nice, actually, considerable split. Swivel on the lower portion of the thigh. Full rotation going on there. A bend at the knee. And finally, a hinge in the foot. There is your Hawkman. Dare I almost say he's not my favorite. Actually, I shouldn't even say dare I say. I'll just say he's not my favorite from this wave. We still have to look at a couple more figures, so there's a possibility that he may be dethroned as the worst figure from this wave. He doesn't necessarily do things wrong, but I just feel like, I don't know if it's just his face that kills it for me. The rest of the torso can save it with the costume and the paint. The wings are pretty good, but the face I just find is a little on the bland side for me. And that's just my own personal opinion. We're still getting closer to building King Shark, and I'm looking forward to getting that guy done because he's looking pretty snazzy. But Hawkman for me, if he wasn't part of this wave and he wasn't including a part for King Shark, I probably would not have picked him up. Today, though, we were checking out the Multiverse figures and continuing our looks at the King Shark wave as we have a look today at Legends of Tomorrow Hawkman. Kind of boring. If you guys like this video and you want to be a part of this channel and see future videos, your subscribe button, click away. There's also a playlist, too, for the Multiverse figures as well as the original Universe figures. So if you haven't had a chance to check out some of those older videos, swing by over and check out the playlists. As always, thanks for watching as you always do, guys. I'll see you next time.